Good morning. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2025, back here for Daily Shakeup number 1008. And today I want to talk about timing. And recently I was reminded of a conversation I had in my own head, which really means those times that a concept or a phrase pops into our head in the midst of other goings on. It may or may not relate to the conversation. In this case, it did. And it was 2009. So that was a bit of a time ago. And I was making a significant shift in my professional career at the time. And some people thought it was a crazy shift. It just seemed like the right thing to do, the right time. And I was having this conversation, and he was asking me about a lot of questions, and pretty much all of my answers convinced him that it was the wrong time. That was his interpretation. And he finished up his thoughts by saying something like, I can't believe you're doing this right now, or why now? Why now? You notice the clock behind me has that word now. And here's what came out of my mouth that has stuck with me and guided me and been impactful for me, supportive for me, and others as I've shared it. My response was, it's always the right time for the right thing. It's always the right time for the right thing. Now, the challenge is sometimes we're not sure what the right thing is. But are we really not sure? Are we just resistant? Are we afraid? Is it uncomfortable? Is it uncertain? There's a lot of reasons that we tell ourselves, no, it's not the right time. I'm waiting for the right time. It'll be a better time, a better time, a better time. But that's why I come back to it's always the right time for the right thing. So instead of focusing on timing, focus on the rightness of the thing or the opportunity or the change or the decision. And the other piece to that, which probably requires another video, is a lot of times that right thing, determination, or I'd say discernment more than determination. Determination suggests there's a right or wrong answer to it, pun intended. More discernment is to pay attention to what's going on around you. And I'm going to call it, what are the messages or signals you're getting? Because I remember back then, there were signals that were coming to me that I was missing. And then there was this big signal, and that was the one that went, okay, now is the time. And I needed to be, in that case, pushed a bit. Ideally, we don't get pushed into the right thing. We sense it's the right thing, and therefore, in knowing it's the right thing, we know, therefore, it is the right time. And finally, keep in mind once again that the right thing doesn't mean it's guaranteed. Nothing in life is assured. One thing that is a certainty, however, is that we all have choices, different choices for sure, different situations. But one of my phrases that I love, and I'm taking a twofer here to have two concepts in one video, is that I know in every situation, in every scenario, no matter how difficult, no matter how challenging, I always have choices. And those choices are the source of my motivation. Those choices are my self-empowerment. Those choices are my reminder that I have the control of the choices. Even if I don't get to pick the choices, I do get to choose from the choices before me. So own your choices and remember that it's always the right time for the right thing.